Now we are headed into the new area, another deeper part of the Faron Woods. And there is a temple in the back in the distance. We now have the Deep Woods, our next area in the Faron Woods region. Now, there's a little quirk with this area. I'll tell it after Fi gets on here. I confirmed the plant life of this area matches that of Faron Woods. With very low the Deep Woods. Now we should continue towards the temple and search for Zelda. Sure. Why not? There's a little quirk with this area. With this area and such. The temple we're going to go towards is called the Skyview Temple. Bees! Bees everywhere! Bees are... Oh, that's actually something interesting to talk about there. We knocked the bee down. Oh, we actually caught ourselves a wooden rhino beetle. That's also new. Great. Awesome. Our first insect of the game. Let me collect the hornet larvae. These precious source of protein comes from a Deku hornet's hive. The material may be good for cranking something. It's another craftable item for us to collect and use. The bees can be collected as a craftable item, but undoubtedly enough, we can't capture them yet. And the bees are actively angry that we took away their hive, but you know, the small fair and the few, right? I guess. And now that seeds, plant life will now drop Deku seeds, so we get to know that as well. We can use our slingshot here to knock this hive away. And the bees might be a little ill-tempered. Get out of here. Bees, out of here. Go find your other hive somewhere and don't mess with me. Here we go. Bees will actively go after anyone or anything that's near them, so just take them out whenever you can by a distance and wait for them to cool off and walk away. Or fly away, whatever you believe in. We want to come up here real quick, as we do have a shortcut log to push off here, so we can avoid a lot of backtracking, as well as if we have to come back here for any reason, we can use that instead of crawling across those rope walkways. Alright, another goblin down. There are enemies here. Take care of you. Like a soul. Jump up this. We can now climb up this sideways here. Just dash across because there's always a stamina fruit always somewhere close by. Which really mitigates the whole idea of having a stamina meter. If there's stamina fruit everywhere, it just seems to be a little overbearing that it's like, oh, don't worry about wasting your stamina. You just have to, you know, just dash around. Now, I've stunned this enemy here to actually make him react. Because now, certain enemies, like bogoblins here, will actually try to go on the ropes and try to tippy-toe his way towards you. You can actually hit him again, and boom, there he goes, down. We want to shake these so we can get these little plant things off, because they're always annoying to come across. Oh, come on, I'm balancing there. Oh, nope, don't you dare fall off, Link. Come on. Jostle. Come on, I'm going to jostle these things off. There we go. I would say that Link has an amazing upper body strength if he's doing this constantly, you know, with all the gear he's carrying on right now. I'll tell you what, he's a pretty strong character, not gonna lie. Though I think his strongest elevation would probably have to be Breath of the Wild or Twilight Princess, because a lot of the stuff he's doing in those games, they just swing around nothing else, and it's like, wow. As well as trying to hold up his body weight like this, I'm glad that hitbox is big. Swing like that, jump off. Haha, yes. Oh, we got a new enemy. This is a gold or yellow or golden Deku plant. Deku Bob anyway. And just so it shows, it can split its mouth in one of two ways. indicating that we're trying to step up our game by knowing exactly when to attack and how to attack.
Hey, now there's a face I know. Hey, bud.
Hey, how's it going? What's up?
I tell you, your timing could not have been better. Look here, I stumbled upon one of these things just now. It looked like something I've seen in those ancient texts.
What, this thing?
If I remember right, yep, this is one of the things the goddess was said to have left behind for the hero of legend. Pretty amazing, right? I even thought of a name for these things. I've been calling them goddess cubes. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
These ancient texts say some real interesting stuff about these things. How did it go again? Let me see. Summon forth light from a heavenly blade, and may thy sword's master receive aid. So, there you have it. I see you've got yourself a sword there, so I would try and crack this mystery of this cube together.
Sure, no problem.
Hey, thanks a million, bud. This tube is made of some sort of metal I've never seen. I have wailed on it, but nothing happens. You know, bud, I would say the key to cracking the egg is that one line, you know, the light from a heavenly blade.
So if we do a Skyward Strike on the Goddess Cube, it triggers an activation sequence. Turns into a light and heads towards the skies.
Whoa, did you see that? The cube just shot up into the sky. I think it reacted to that whirly beam thing that shot out of your sword. And where do you think the cube shot off to, anyhow? The mysterious has got a lot more, mysterious. Yeah. The texts say the cubes are like that one over the island on the land. Tell you what, you blast as many of those cubes as you can find, and you find out more about them along the way. You come see me.
Sure thing, Goron friend. First, pushing down our shortcut log, because we want shortcut logs everywhere. Not bad at all. I didn't want to walk off the cliff there. At least we can use it to our advantage. Aha! Yes. And so now we just noticed we've shown us one. Now we gotta do it again. Now there are goddess cubes basically everywhere, but you're not going to be able to activate all the goddess cubes from within the area because you don't have the necessary items to continue with it. So it is quite the annoying thing about that. Master Alexman, I have detected those aura emanating from within this structure. And this is the Skyview Temple. But there is a quirk to this, what I was trying to mention earlier with everything else was happening to me. On the map... Yes, we want to proceed, Fi. Beyond Wine's display overconfidence here. Within the walls of this place, no one will be able to come to your aid. So save often, as you just should always do. If you feel unprepared to face the dangers ahead, consider returning to the sky to properly equip yourself. If you would be wise to carry a shield to protect yourself, as well as a stock of potions to restore your lost hearts. Which we already have, Fi. Thank you for noticing. So let's go save. We can knock onto this here, and I'm just gonna react to it for now, in case of any recording hiccups may occur, and I hope it doesn't. There's this piece of rock here. He who descended from above, look to the star of the bird rising heaven and gaze upon, and aim your shot there. The Skyview Temple, as it's called, for some reason in the when you go to the map. Let's see. Can I open the map here? Can I zoom outward? Can I zoom out of this place or no? No, I can't. Alright, we'll have to come back to it later. But, I'll mention about this that for some reason that this game refers to this as the Forest Temple on the world map. Which is weird. And now we open up the dungeon doors. Now this is a reference that is straight to all the dungeons. This is a reference to Zelda 1 here. It's an Easter egg. You'll see Link going down into the steps. It's the same type of reference to Legend of Zelda as you would go into caves. That's what this is referencing towards. And we're now at our first dungeon of the game, Skyview Temple. Master, I have bad news. The auras of creatures have throughout the temple. As a result, I can't isolate Zelda's aura. You will not be able to track her here. So it means dowsing will not work inside temples. There's always statues everywhere. You can't warp back to these statues, but every statue will allow you to basically warp out of any dungeon you come across. Got these vines here, this stinking Skitol's webs here. Be wary of your stamina, because you might run out of stamina. That's not good either. Can I not walk through this? I've cut that log down. There we go. And we got new keys. We got keys returning from our first encounter with them, and they're just as annoying as ever. You can cut these things here. Can I knock this thing out of the tree? I can't. Can I knock this thing out of the trees? No, I can't. I wonder why. I guess I have to come back, but that's an ember relic. Surprisingly, can't collect it for whatever reason. Got more money trees, which is awesome. We're not dropping a lot of money though, which is alright with me because we're almost maxing out our ruby count as of late. We need to stun this Deku Baba here and actually get up on here and then take him out. Ah! Of course. Have to fail at some point, right folks? Take care of you. Trigger this to unlock the door. Haha! That's what we need to do. Move on forward, as we all say. Up and at 'em. Introduced to our first puzzle. We see these little eyes thing. They're not reacted to anything, but they only want to look at your sword. So we just spin our sword around a little bit, and the eye gets dizzy and falls off. Unfortunate, but you know, some things have to be sacrificed in favor of the greater good. I'm gonna move my position just a little bit here. Hit here because I don't want to. I want to make sure I have full motion of my sword when doing the spinning thingy. We're now into the main room, like one of the sub rooms here. This thing here. That's a green bogoblin. They only exist inside of caves and dungeons. Because apparently, when you read up on their ID, that they have a cone to be allergic to sunlight. That's sort of a weird, sad state of affairs for a particular race of enemy. Get rid of these living here. We're also introduced to the Skulltula here. Skulltulas are only weak to one spot, which is their blue glowing orb on their bodies here, on their abdomens. Ah! And they love to swing around and not really attack you very much. There are times that you will find them on the ground and they will actually go after you. Just to let you know of that. Yes, Fi, I know my health went down by 3. Not for the earliest opportunity. I will indeed, Zelda, Fi. But last though, we're going to need to touch this. If we come onto this area here, we can hit this trigger, and this turns on the water. And we can't turn off this water either, so this is going to be a permanent move of the water. Go through here. You can drop down. Now I'm going to go back through this hallway to move forward here. But we notice that door above that one doesn't have a way to activate above it. So I guess we should try underneath it. So we go underneath, we can see that there is a same switch underneath this door. By triggering that, we can now go to the left side. If you went to the left side first, I believe they tell you about, you know, one above, one below. So, just bear that in mind. So if you really want to speed run through the game, that's where these two doors are, so you can go a little bit faster. I'm going to try to eliminate as much of the optional in-game dialogue that might occur. Come on, you. There we go. Take care of you. And then we have Skulltulas here that are in our way, but we can't hurt them in their particular elements, so we'll just take these vines here. And then we can... I messed up! Curses! Fly up this way again. Alright, just get myself into good position of the camera, because wherever the camera is facing is how you're going to swing. So we're up. There we are. Swing over. We're up and at him. So bash that. There we go. Take care of those guys. It's probably best, just again, as I said earlier, Shield Bash basically helps out a lot in a lot of different regions. A lot of different enemies just are so weak to it. So it's actually pretty useful. We need to get rid of this bad boy. Get rid of you. There's another switch we can hit with our little slingshot that increases the water level here, but also does it everywhere else. We want to continue back this way, the way we came. Break out of that. And we need to find a map. If we find a map, we can easily get ourselves around here. Jump up this way and find a chest. Let's open the chest and see what we get. And we get the dungeon map. It shows the layout of the area and reveals unexplored rooms. And so now we can see exactly where we need to go everywhere else. It also reveals the locations of treasure chests, to be sure to take a look. Yeah, for some reason, let's see here. Master, I've informed you that you've obtained a map of the area. You can view that by pressing the plus button. Position of doors and their locks, as well as position of status of treasure chests, can be confirmed in the map with such. Be aware you're not able to use beacons in here due to the limited sight range. Yeah, for some reason, in this game only, that they actually merged the compass and dungeon map on the same item. I am not sure as the reason behind this, as I'm pretty sure it was one way to simplify the game for using motion controls effectively. But there's always room they could have a compass too, but I'm glad that there's, you know, the way to simplify things, you know. Hoping that, you know, the next Zelda game could be, you know, Breath of the Wild 2, we never know. Might have the traditional dungeon map and compass to return to us. Oh, we got another of these Skulltulas. Come on now. Get out of here. Die already. So now what we saw before, we had a one eye. Now we gotta see the two of the eyes, and we have to open them all up for them to be affected. Spin your sword around to make them dizzy. And all of them have to be destroyed in order for to continue on through that place. We've got a small key at long last. Use it only in this area. Small keys are back as usual, and again, unlike others, like the first Zelda game or Zelda 2, keys found in a dungeon can only be used in said dungeon. This has been since every game since beyond Zelda 1, Zelda 2 have kept this tradition alive like this. So I'm gonna take this here. Nope. You're gonna fly around while I'm gonna take down this way. need Deku Seeds now. So I'm running low on these guys. Hit you. I'm gonna take you out. Going up here will give us a shortcut to use in case we need to come back here. Because be forewarned, folks, we will have to. Certain events in the game will make us return to previous areas, and so it's also a way to ease backtracking. We're now into this room here. I was consider this to be the main room of the dungeon, where there's just a lot of branching pathways we can go and do stuff with. But we need Deku Sticks. We need Deku Seeds. Thank you very much for allowing me to have it, because we need it for this room right here. And now we've got that. The door open, let's go inside. Trap! No! Oh, and our first mini boss. This is the sculpture. Or not sculpture. I can't remember the guy's name right now. Stalfos, that's right. Stalfos are like probably the most unique enemies we're gonna face in the game, as they're really ones that really dual wield or quadruple wield swords. If you use a shield bash right on them, you can knock their swords out of their hands, and booyah! That's not the only time we're going to be seeing those enemies, so get used to them. But by defeating the enemy, we get ourselves a Zelda traditional think of treasure! We got the beetle! This unexplained power contained within this insect-shaped item allows you to control it as it flies through the air. Point the Wiimote at the screen and press A to launch it into the air. If the controls feel out of alignment, press the down button on the D-pad of the Wiimote to center the Wiimote. As again, this is all slowly motion based. Basically, every weapon we're going to get has to deal with motion controls in some fashion. In the case that this item can fly, and we can remotely pilot this device anywhere we want. Well, let's use this item. It's the only way we're going to get out of this place. The beetle can cut through certain small threads, like ropes and whatnot. So use that to your advantage when going after stuff like this. So now we can get out of this thing. No, I keep messing that up half the time. Where I just like want to put away the button, put away the beetle, and bam! I just open. I just launched it off again. The beetle right now, as it stands, can do a lot of things, and able to get ourselves some stuff. And oh crap! I gotta sneeze here. Oh. Okay. Oof, I thought I had to sneeze there for a second. Sorry about that. What we want to do is, we want to be like right here. We want to launch this beetle up as high as we can. We want this thing to go up. If we head all the way up here, there is a switch in here. Now, you might think your beetle may not be good enough, but if you place it right there, you can get it. Bear in mind, you can upgrade the beetle as a way to upgrade your items later on, and the more you upgrade the beetle, the more of the more distance and range it will get, and its stamina to handle against being beaten up and whatnot. But we open up that cage and we get our piece of heart inside of a dungeon. That's a first. Looks like we only have 2 more to go and get another heart container for our own, which would be nice. Looks like we need to, we can break this box here. That allows us to have money! That'll actually max out our rupee count. Yes, 5, what's going on? Yes, your wallet is full. You will not be able to collect any more rupees than you can carry. Alright. Well, means any rupee counts we find now until we actually upgrade our wallet we can't do anything about them. So we're stuck with 300 rupees for now. As we have that switch, we can now go into this doorway. So let's go after it, shall we? here. Looks like there's a lot of water. Looks like we may have to increase it. Oh, now we got something we can fly. We can now use the beetle to grab items in the air. Anything you collect, either hearts, arrows, or any type of collectible item we can grab with the beetle. So bear that in mind. If there's something out of reach, pull out the beetle and hope for the best. Well, we got a sculpture that's walking around. Just use a upward slash to flip it, and then do a finishing, a fatal stab, as it were. The finishing blow to kill off sculptures. Use our beetle here again. Let's break this metal box down. Let's see, is there anything above us? No, there's not. You think there would be, knowing that there's a spider web up there, but there isn't. So now we got another evolution of the puzzle we've been seeing lately through the entirety of the dungeon, and that is the eye puzzle. We get onto here. So now we can get the 2 eyes to show up, but we need the 3rd eye. But the 3rd eye won't show up unless we're in line with it. So now we need to push this box in a particular area where all 3 eyes can open up at once. So we get up on top of this box. We're not over enough. The other eye will not open. Put this one walk over. There we are. Spin our sword around. And there we go. We can now move forward with this item and the treasure. And we get a small key for our trouble. Not bad at all. Well, let's get out of here, because now we can use that small key on another door that was locked earlier. And if you do hear me going quiet for a moment, folks, it's just so I can keep checking on audio quality, because I'm a big stickler when it comes to quality in terms of my streams and videos. So, I was not meant to hit that tree, but whatever. We need to use the beetle here to actually trigger this switch, because we can't get access to it. We trigger the switch, and that allows us to fill the area up with water. Ba-da-da-ba-da. Booyah! There we are. Now you can swim up here. Get rid of this thing. Flip the sculpture. Fail below. Nice. Cut this tree down. Come on, let me through. Whoop. Ow. I just hit my headset with the sword. How'd I do that? Obviously the mic's still working. That's a good sign. Very good sign indeed. So now we can enter onto the right side, which, according to our map, had a locked door.